Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly value, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, how we doing, my Crimsonites? How y'all feeling today? How are y'all feeling? Hopefully, y'all are feeling okay. I had to take a little break. I may have to do that a little bit more often now than I want to necessarily. Yesterday was actually a really restful day, and I was creating my school's curriculum. So that's exciting. That's going to be exciting. I want to make it nice and interactive. But thank you all for coming through. I really, really appreciate you guys. We're going to get into it. Let me hit these super chats real quick. Thank you, Adrian King, for kicking off the contributions. Appreciate you for your super sticker. Thank you, Derry Lee, for the same. Thank you so much. Thank you, Adrian Driver, for your contributions at Peace and Love. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dale, for your contribution as well. Thank you so much, Simone, for your contribution as well, sweetheart. I appreciate you. Appreciate you so much. Sometimes I get a little bit lost in thought. I was thinking, I don't know. It's going to have to be some modifications. We'll talk about that later. Thank you, Miss Celine, for your contribution, sweetheart. Okay, so we're actually going to get into it. I wanted to come to y'all today and talk about the actress Yvonne Orji, who is another Lolo Jones, a 40-year-old virgin. And you know, I find it to be ironic that the movie was made in mockery of a man that couldn't get a woman, that didn't have enough game to get a woman, or you know what I mean? Like, he just didn't have the so-called it factor. He didn't know how to talk to women. He didn't know how to like be around them and things of that nature. And I find it interesting that these 40-year-old virgins are in reality are actually women. They're women. Now, that's not to say that there are no male versions of this, but it's interesting that they're the ones that we know of, they're women. And I want to talk today about sexual purity not making you a wife. That's not automatic wife. It's not automatic wife. And it's not a down to virgins or any woman that wants to preserve her sex for marriage. That is perfectly fine. This is actually how it's supposed to be. Idealistically speaking, even spiritually or religiously speaking. So I don't knock that. I don't knock that concept at all. However, I do want to talk about needing to have the other qualities, needing to have them, because your virginity on its own does not guarantee that you are a wife. Because at 39 going on 40 years old, for her, you haven't found one man There's not one. Nobody. Okay, this my keyboard want to be crazy. It probably need charging up. Oh, you crazy. Okay. Because I'm gonna look up a few things. But what I really want to do is show y'all a video of her talking about it. It's just a lesson in this for the women. But let's go ahead and take a look because she appears on Chelsea Handler's show, which Chelsea Handler is an for me. She's neither here nor there for me. But we're gonna watch this clip and listen to it. It's not that long. But we're gonna listen to what Miss Yvonne has to say.
Still a virgin?
I am.
Oh my God, I love this. This is the most original guest we've ever had on. And what are you, 39?
I am.
Oh my God. That dam is going to break one day, baby. And
Baby, let me tell you right now. People were like, oh, Yvonne, I was like, pray for him, whoever he is. Y'all need to go pray for him. You get a lot of pent up energy up in here.
Oh my God. And you're going to hit your sexual peak when you start having sex. So yeah, you're going to need a couple of men probably.
Yvonne went from being a virgin to polyamory.
Are you still a virgin?
I am.
Oh my God, I love this. This is the most.
Okay. So you were able to hear her. And this is not the first time that Yvonne Orji has come out and said that she is a virgin. Okay. And that, there's a lot of pent up energy for her, which I can imagine, a lot of sexual pent up energy. Today is going to be a lesson for the ladies, maybe for the men too. But I want to give today's lesson to the ladies. Okay. First things first, your virginity is only a virtue and a treasure, but for so long. It is not forever a virtue and a treasure. Let me repeat that. Your virginity is only a virtue and a treasure, but for so long. The older you get, the less that means anything. The more it turned from a green flag to a red one. If she was 19, that's perfect. If she were 22, perfect. If she were 23, perfect. If she were 26, perfect. If she were 28, okay. 31. Why? Why? And it's not that she has not dated anybody. Now, we're going to take a little quick look. Okay? A little bit of her dating history. Says Yvonne Orji is an actress and comedian who is currently single and not dating anyone. She was previously engaged. Here we go. To Emmanuel Acho, which from what I understand, is an NFL linebacker. Okay? Oh no, I'm sorry. She was previously engaged to Louis Diame. I don't know who Louis Diame is. Okay. They broke up in 2020. Before then, she dated Emmanuel Acho, which is an NFL linebacker, in 2018, and then they split by 2019. So it was Emmanuel from 2018 to 2019, and then you were by 2020, she was engaged to Louis Diame. Okay, and then a guy named Jay Ellis. All right. Now, I find that to be interesting that you had 2 serious relationships within like a 2-year span. You fumbling men. She fumbling men. You can be a virgin and fumble men. And it won't be because you're a virgin. It won't be because you're not having sex with these men. Let's break something down. I'm gonna get to the super chats. I see the super chats. Let's break something down. We're gonna break this down today, ladies. We're gonna break down the valuable woman. Now, she has preserved pristinely her sexual market value. Pristinely, she has preserved her sexual market value. Okay? But her marriage market value still suffering. And since she's preserved her sexual market value so pristinely, but her marriage market value is suffering because she's almost 40 and has never been married. Now we got to look at the personal, belonging, and friendship values. Something is wrong with one or all 3. Because there's something that is bringing down her marriage market value. As you can see, your marriage market value as a woman is comprised of the previous 4 things. Your personal market value, which is who you are as a person, how you interact as a person, how you show up in the world as a person, how you show up among people in your society, your community. Okay, how are you showing up? Your belonging market value. How do other people regard you? What is your reputation among the people and places that you associate with, that you frequent, places that you go? You know, your belonging market value. What is that? When I say your reputation with people that you associate with or places you go, you know, you have a belonging market value with your mechanic, right? That's a place you don't go there every day, but if you've got a regular mechanic, you've got some rapport with that person. Okay? How you show up there, that's a part of your belonging market value. You may have a favorite supermarket that you go to, and you go to that supermarket often. You begin to become familiar with the staff or the different cashiers or whatever. You may become a familiar face in that supermarket. How do you show up? That's a part of your belonging market value. If someone were to ask that mechanic, or someone were to ask the cashiers that always wait on you, or if someone were to ask, you know what I'm saying, the people, if you go to the laundromat, the staff of the laundromat, whatever, if they were to ask these people, how do they regard you? That's your belonging market value as a woman. Your friendship market value is exactly what it sounds like. Okay? Your friendship market value. Who are your friends? How do you show up as a friend? And who are the people that are in your close circle? Who are the people that you entrust your personal self with? Okay? What caliber of people are these people? All right? These things are tied in together, because if you look at friendship market value, the personal and the belonging are all tied into it together. Okay? Your sexual market value is alone, because you can have decent personal or friendship and messing up your sexual market value. If you do, put a 1 if you understand so far what I'm talking about. Okay? There's something happening to her where her marriage market value is suffering. We know it's not her sexual market value. So it's one of these three: the personal, belonging, friendship, or it's all three. Now, here's part of the problem. Here's part of the problem. That virginity card ain't worth what she think it's worth. It ain't worth what you think it's worth. It was more of a treasure when she was younger. It was more of a leverage. It was more of a bargaining chip. It was more of a trump card when she was younger. Ain't no way you'd have dated at least three that we know of, high-profile men. You don't get along with that. You were engaged to one of them. So that means that you were in a relationship long enough that he felt comfortable proposing to you. You felt comfortable to accept such a proposal. Then all of a sudden, we don't know why, I didn't explain why they broke up. They broke up. Now the engagement is kaput. That man is out of the picture, supposedly. And now you don't have any prospects or any man. Now, this was just a couple of years ago. Okay? Late 30s, mid-late 30s. Baby, what's wrong? Her and I can't help but think of Lolo Jones. What kind of standards are y'all having? You running around here disqualifying men because they ain't wear the right shoelaces. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you looking for in these men? See, looking for Mr. Perfect, your soulmate, looking for this perfect person to drop out of the sky for you, throw that in the garbage. That's garbage. It's garbage. First of all, ain't no perfect man. None. And it's nobody good enough to marry and get that cat up to. It's an old cat now. I don't care if you ain't ever opened it up out the box. Because biology don't stop. You still 39 with them eggs. I don't care that ain't nobody clap them cheeks yet. I don't care. And the men don't care. The men don't care now. It's a novelty almost at this point. Like, so ain't nobody, you ain't gave sex to nobody. Now, this is just, we ain't not gonna say she ain't got no sexual experience, because I'm sure, I'm sure something done happened. Because you ain't been running around here and nobody never petted it, touched it, looked at it, or nothing? But be that as it may, my point is that sexual purity is not the only factor. It is not even a huge factor in what makes a woman a wife. Yvonne is not a wife. And the reason we know she's not a wife is because the men that were prepared to marry her did not. These were men that was up for serious relationship. Do we understand? She's not in the street having sex. So these are not sex flings. These are men that have come along for a serious relationship. If you tell a man, I'm a virgin, because that's going to come up, because he's going to want some cheeks. That's either going to make him be like, oh, no, we can't do this. Or he'll be like, okay, so you waiting for marriage? Okay. I'm not opposed to marriage. I'm not opposed. We can go down that path. And she actually, I'm glad you said this, Ms. Bella, because I never watched Insecure. But she said at one point that it was ironic, it was interesting for her to play a sexually loose woman and she had never had sex before. She's like, so that was interesting for her to be that character. Let's talk about standards. I'm going to get to these super chats. Thank you, Mogul. So that show that she was on, Insecure, was gynocentric and presented a derogatory view of Black men. I can believe that. Thank you, Miss Celine. Said, I think it's great to be pure sexually or be a virgin, but as someone who grew up in a church, it didn't prepare me for the modern dating market. Okay. And I can definitely understand that. Thank you, Steve. Said, good to see you back, but if you needed a week break, I would completely understand. I'm at the half a century mark and the wickedness of this world is draining. Keep up the good fight. Thank you so much. I needed those words of encouragement. I appreciate you so much, Steve. Thank you so much once again. Thank you, Adrienne. Again, so on the show Insecure, she played a highly promiscuous boss chick. And she may have them same qualities minus the promiscuity. And that's going to be a problem. Thank you, Miss Lou Casely, for your super sticker, sweetheart. Thank you as well, MAGA Maniac, for your super sticker as well. And thank you once again, Celine. Said no man or woman can go 39 years without any sexual contact of any capacity. Tell it. Okay. Let's talk about standards. The standards are ridiculous. They're ridiculous. She being too ticky. She being too picky. She being nitpicky. She being a princess. She's being you got to do this. Oh, no, I'm a virgin. You got to do that. Oh, well, you got to do, and you got to be this. If you got to be, listen, ain't nobody got, you being a virgin don't make them standards any less delusional. No less delusional. Because if you cannot get a man that is in the entertainment industry or the sports industry or whatever, you're not going to have a man that's quote unquote at your financial level. I bet you anything she still got them same standards that baby mamas say they got, and all these chicks run around here in social media say they got. I guarantee you she got that same rhetoric. He gotta be on my level. He gotta be this and he gotta be that. But haven't you been with those men? Weren't you dating those men? Where's your dad? Where's the men in your family? Because they need to come up and just get you one and say, hey, you marry him. I don't want to hear it. Marry him. Because the more you not having sex, there's some emotional fluctuations. Listen, men can not be right either. Their attitudes need to be getting adjusted with sex too. But I can't speak to that. I'm a woman, so I'm going to speak to the women. After a while, we be needing to get straightened out with some sex. I'm sorry. It helps you with the listen, and men go through it, like I said, because that's what Marvin Gaye was singing about. When he was talking about sexual healing, he was singing about it. So yeah, men do it. Men go through it. Getting all emotionally unstable, mad for no reason, got an attitude. Okay? Because they need some. Run around here slamming stuff. Mad. Everything a problem. Because they need to get it off. Women is the same way. We be getting crazy. Our emotions be getting out of whack. We be having an attitude. A whole attitude. It be coming from nowhere. All because we be needing an attitude adjustment. We be needing a whole attitude adjustment. We be needing a whole attitude adjustment. Listen. The purpose of keeping your virginity before marriage, you got to actually go ahead get married. You defeating the purpose. You got to get married. Running around here at 40 years old, it's not cute. It's not cute, especially if you've been looking for a husband. It's not cute. Nothing cute about that. Since we want to know what I've been talking about for 32 minutes, we are discussing that your virginity is not the be-all, end-all of making you qualified to be a wife. You have to actually be a wife. Because it's some non-virgin women that are wives, and guess what? They done got married. being 39, 40, 41, 42, 45, 55, and then you ain't never been married, and therefore you ain't never had no sex, that is a red flag. It's a red flag. I don't care what nobody say, this is a red flag. You're going to need to get your personal market value together. You are going to need to get your belonging market value together. And you are going to need to get your friendship market value together to up your marriage market value, because maintaining your sexual market value is only one piece of the puzzle. So there's something else happening as to where these men are coming through. You are rubbing shoulders with some of the most prominent men. You have access to men. This is not a woman that's a shut-in, scared to go outside, scared to talk to somebody. That's not who Yvonne Orji is. She's in the spotlight. She got access to these men. She got access to the circle. She got access to different men. A wealthy circle of men. And you mean to tell me that there's not one, you only need one, in, let's say, the last 20 or so years, the last 20 years, no husband, not one man. It's something wrong with that. Because she another Lolo Jones. Because Lolo Jones done went crazy. Lolo Jones done went crazy. Because she holding it to marriage. And then got super, super picky. And then dated these men. And when none of them was good enough. And now she 41, 42 years old. She's still a virgin. Yvonne is in the same boat. I know he wasn't good enough. Now he didn't do this, and now he wasn't this, and now he said the wrong thing, and now I bet you, when you ask her, why didn't these relationships work out, she gonna have something stupid to say. Because just because she a virgin don't mean she not a hyena. Just because she's a virgin doesn't mean she's not a hyena. Them things don't cancel each other out. Because if she got any part of that boss chick mentality and no, he needs to be on this level and I'm on a higher level. If she got that level talk going on, if she got that I'm not gonna settle talk going on, she could just kiss it goodbye. She ain't never gonna get no D, baby. She not gonna get no man. Cause this one look like she ain't gonna settle. And I want to know how it's working. Let the lesson be a lesson. You know who Lolo Jones? Lolo Jones is the she's an athlete. She used to compete in the Olympics and stuff like that, like track and field or whatever. There's something hyena about her. We may not know what it is. I don't keep up with her enough or watch her enough to have figured it out. But there's something that these men are coming across. When they come across her and they date her and they be with her for a while, and then they be like, oh no. No, I'm gonna move on from this here. It's not that virgin stuff. If she's saving it for marriage and they're marriage minded, men gatekeep relationships in marriage. So if they wanted her, they would have had her. They would have married her. She wanted them. I've been proposed to. I broke the engagement. She wanted them. She wanted them. No, I just broke the engagement. She wanted him. He was nice. He checked the boxes. But there wasn't it was just something about him. She wanted him. There wasn't a connection. He didn't have the chemistry. She looking for chemistry. She looking for something that she don't even know what she looking for. She want the thunderbolt to hit her. That's a once in a lifetime. If you ever get that. If you ever get the thunderbolt to hit you when you meet somebody. That's once in a lifetime, if ever. Most people do not get that. And because she's not feeling the thunderbolt, any other man, she's settling. She's settling. She's settling. You let her tell her she's settling. I just didn't want to settle. He just didn't do it for me. And I mean, he was nice. He was nice looking. He took me out on dates and he had money. And, my family liked him. But, it just wasn't a connection. Y'all are gonna be looking for these vibes and you're looking for these connections and you're looking for the. Listen, I understand needing to be attracted to somebody. You do need to be attracted to that person, right? On some level, you gotta be attracted. All right. Ain't really no such thing as a person getting into a relationship, man or woman, and there's just zero physical attraction there, right? So we know that. We know that. But y'all ladies gotta stop looking for this special social media vibe that y'all looking for. It's not real. That's not real. You either attracted to a guy or you're not attracted to a guy. But all of that special, there were butterflies and listen, that's a momentary feeling anyway. That's a momentary feeling anyway. Because even if you were to meet a man that made you feel giddy and butterfly, I'm sure she done felt butterflies before. That wear off. Who is he when the butterflies done shriveled up? Huh? What is it then? What is it then when you don't get the butterflies and the jitters no more when you're around that person? Because it does wear off. Whether it wears off in a short term or long term, it does wear off. You do become accustomed to that person. But y'all want to live this Disney princess thought pattern. Y'all want to live in this fantastical world where it's you always Cinderella and you always, you know what I'm saying? The birds is tweeting and the little squirrels done ran up to you. That's not real. Stop looking for that. I don't know who keep telling y'all that, but y'all grown. Stop that. You grown women. Grown women. And you don't have no problem telling folks that you're grown and can't tell you nothing and all that kind of stuff. Stop looking for Disney fairy tales. They do not exist. Relationships require work. And you can have the little feeling and stuff like that sometimes, but that's just a feeling. Because I don't care if he come through and snap your back in half. You're going to get used to that. That's not going to last always. You're going to have sex with him and it's going to be the most mind-blowing sex. And then if you stay with him, you're going to get used to it. Y'all can have the most mind-blowing conversations. If you stay, you're going to get used to it. You're going to adjust. You get into that new car and it only smells like new car for a little bit until it starts smelling like you. And I know you want to go back to the new car smell, but you ain't never going to go back to the new car smell. Do you understand? But what you do is you maintain the car. Keep it nice and clean, you know, throw some vanilla in there. It don't smell like new car, smell like vanilla today. It's work. Stop thinking that when the quote unquote vibe wear off, then it's not a good relationship no more. Stop looking for that. Because the infatuation stage is a short while. The marriage and the relationship is the long haul. New things are not always new. There come a point where a new thing is not new no more. That don't mean you throw it in the garbage. And women is good for that. Men have a tendency to understand that. A new woman, you know, he enthralled with her for a while. And then after a while, she not no new woman no more. Same thing for him. Oh man, she throw it back this way and she twirl it that way and da. And then after a while, he gonna get used to you throwing it back and twirling it. He gonna get used to that. Oh yeah, I know she throw it back like this, and then that's her little move, like she like doing it like that. He gonna get used to her. He gonna get used to her conversation. He gonna get used to that perfume that used to drive him crazy. He had to say something about it all the time. She always smelled like that. But men have a tendency to understand that if this is a real relationship, if this is a marriage, you don't throw her in the garbage. It's because you got used to her. That doesn't mean she's no good. You actually kept her around long enough to get used to her because you like her. You like her like that. Women want to throw men away when they get to that point. This is why y'all be moving through relationships so fast. Oh, you know, I was bored. Well, spice it up then. Go get a game or something. I don't know what you gotta do. Then you start focusing on everything that's negative and stuff like that for no reason. You just switch. That's that hyena switch. It's also a demon switch. What do I mean by that? I'm going to say it and then I'm going to start wrapping this up. When I say it's a demon switch, this is what I mean. Ladies, we have to watch out for it because we're very susceptible. If you start feeling negatively about your man for no reason, he ain't did nothing, nothing has actually changed, nothing has, it's the same relationship, the same one you was giddy over, doing the same thing, and then all of a sudden you start feeling a certain way about it, and it's negative now, and all the stuff that you thought was cute about him now get on your nerve, and all that kind of stuff. This is the enemy. If you cannot articulate a concrete problem that you can put your hands on that can actually be fixed, and this is just some type of feeling, then what you need to do is you need to take that to prayer. Take that to prayer and take that to fasting and some spiritual insight. You need spiritual nourishment because you're looking at something that's not there. And Shaitan trick you into focusing on negative energy for no reason. The idle mind is really the devil's workshop. So don't have your mind idle. This is what you do. Always look at your man with fresh eyes. If you feel yourself feeling negatively about something, think about all of the things that you like. Is he still doing them? Do he still, behave the way that you fell in love with and all that kind of stuff? If he's still doing that, focus on it. Focus on it. You're going to have to make the effort. It is not automatic. You are going to have to make the effort. You're going to have to consciously decide to be happy in your relationship. And I don't think a lot of people understand that. People think happiness is just a feeling, it's something that happened to you. It is not. Every day you have to wake up and consciously decide, I'm going to be happy in my relationship. Especially if ain't nothing happening. Another pro tip. If you have an attitude for no reason, ladies, and now you don't want to have sex because you have an attitude, this is how Shaitan tricks you into sabotaging your relationships. Always have sex when you have an attitude. The very time that you be like, oh, I don't want him to touch me, go have sex with him. Go have sex with your husband. Works 100% of the time. You have to understand the cycles that the enemy put your mind into. Do not enter into the destructive cycle. Stay away from the destructive cycle. Identify them and then avoid it. Because the attitude that you have is likely adjusted by sex. So stop avoiding the intimate contact. Even before you get to the act of sex, go over there and hug him. Go rub up on him. Go feel him up. Let him feel you up. Do it. Do it. Too simple. Too simple for women to allow themselves to get into a cycle that destroy your marriage. It erodes and deteriorates your marriage by severing the emotional connection slowly. Stop eroding the emotional connection. You're doing it to yourself. He's not doing it to you. You're doing it. Stop getting annoyed for no reason. And I know of that which I speak because I'm a very moody person. As what the old folks call it, I'm sometimey. Okay, I'm sometimey. Sometimes I'm cool, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. That can switch within a matter of moments. Stop doing it. You don't have some type of emotional control and discipline. That is the normal chaos that we embody. You're gonna have to have some emotional discipline. Okay? That's why I say take stuff to prayer and stuff like that. Do not bring that energy into your relationship. It will divide you and your husband. Before you know it, you'll be in a sexless, miserable relationship, and you won't know how you got there. And then you'll be trying to blame him like he did something. He's the same man. You're changing. Stop doing it. Let me get to these super chats. Thank you, Too Tall. Outstanding as usual. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you so much, Clarence. Said, what's good, sister? Glad you're feeling better today. This is for the love of the positive messages. Peace. Thank you so very much. I greatly appreciate you. I'm not sure how much this is in US dollars, but we're going to give you the cheer anyway. Thank you, Utah. Said, Sister Davis, you, Danica, and other lionesses should collaborate sometimes. We see a lot of hyenas, feminists, and gynocratic collaboration. You, Danica, Marie, and lionesses speak for the Black nuclear family. Yeah, I don't mind hooking up with the good sis. That's my girl. And thank you so much. Thank you so much, Byron, for your contribution. Thank you once again, Stephen Harris. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Thank you, George. Said, do long distance relationships work? They can, and they take a lot of discipline. But they don't work a long time. They work for the initial stages. Eventually, you're going to have to be around that person because that's where your vetting process really can get in underway. And you get to see how that person actually maneuver in the world. Because people can kind of tell you a certain thing, but people always tell you who they really are. Even when they're trying not to tell you who they really are, they actually tell it to you. If you're listening and you know what you're listening for and you know what you're looking at, people are truthful even when they're trying not to be. Thank you once again. Utah said 1 Corinthians chapter 7 speaks about your topic. Thank you so very much. Okay. So I just wanted to come and speak to the ladies about we like sexual purity. We like that. That's fine. If you are a young lady and you are holding yourself for marriage sexually, I applaud that. You should do that. But please actually go ahead and get married. Get married. Please do not wait until you are 49 years old talking about you holding your virginity to marriage. It don't look cute. It looked like a red flag. It looked like something wrong with you. So if you are a young lady and you are a virgin and you want to maintain your virginity until you are married, I applaud that. I respect it. It is wonderful. That is a wonderful moral standing to have. Please go ahead and get married. Okay, go ahead, do that. Get it done in your 20s. Go ahead, do it. Okay, while you're young enough to have your children and stuff like that. All right, with your husband and things of that nature. So get married though. If you're holding it to marriage, that's fine. But get married though. Okay, because if you holding it and you don't ever get married, that was pointless. So just go ahead. Please get married. Please don't get so super picky because you got your V card. Because at some point you're gonna have to trade that in. You have to trade the V card in for the husband. It don't hold the value always. Okay. It hold more value when you're young. As you get older, it start looking like a less than sign. It ain't a V card no more. It's just a card that folks is wondering why you still have in your possession. So just you got to trade the V card in for a husband. Okay. All right. All right. So what you want to do is jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you have not. Once again, I'm your hostess, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.